Welcome back. Episode 357, Nitty Gritty Sports Talk Radio Show. I go by the name of Roscoe English, and of course, I'm here with the flock. Got my guy Nick with me.
Bring the brims out.
Okay. My man Keith PJ.
Sco, what's up?
Salute to our brother Keys. It's 2 weeks in a row. Last week they was Orioles. They get a win now. They back on board.
Play out drops, bro. Play out drops, bro. I don't hear no birds. Where the birds at? The birds. Yeah, need all that.
What was your name? A-Town or whatever. You got to add Joe to the board. The birds.
Yeah.
Birds the word, huh?
Birds the word.
Before
that's how you perform. That's how you perform in front of the ladies, Sco, as you like to call it.
The ladies, I mean, we had the ladies performing. From what I saw, Big Boy had them outside. You hear me?
Yeah. There was a lot going on in the stadium Thursday night. I was there. It was a lot.
A lot indeed. Before we get to that, though, Monday night, Broncos go to Buffalo, defeat the Bills 24-22. Russell Wilson completed 24 passes for 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen, 15 completions, 177 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, it was a bad loss by Buffalo at home. You can't really make any excuses about it. You know, total team loss. I mean, I kind of knew what time it was. First play of the game, James Cook fumbled, right? 4-yard pass, he fumbled. And then the next drive, you know, they're driving in the red zone, and Gabe Davis has a pass bounce off his hands into a Denver defender's hands. And then you see this interception, you know, right before halftime. It's just a total team loss. You know what I mean? It starts with the head of the snake. Josh Allen has to play better. But, you know, the first 2 mistakes weren't even on Josh Allen. You know, but once you lose momentum and you give a team the opportunity to feel good about themselves, you give a team on the road the opportunity and the thought process of, hey, we can go in here and steal this game. You know, you've already given them too much confidence. And then you see, you know, Denver winning the game with the last seconds. You know, there's no way to even shake your head about it because it shouldn't have been a game to the point where they had the opportunity to kick a field goal with last seconds. You know, it was a game that Buffalo did not deserve to win. And now they sit 5-5 on the crossroads, right? You got Trayvon Diggs, the brother of Stephon Diggs, tweeting during the game and the next morning. I think that's problematic. You know, because regardless of anything, your teammates are your teammates. Your brother's your brother too, but this is professional sports. He played for a different team. He shouldn't even be having no effect on my locker room. And I have to say it because I don't think anybody else is going to say it. I think that's piss poor by Stephon Diggs. I don't think you should be the type of player or athlete that when shit is good, it's all smiles and hugs. And when there's some adversity, you turn on your teammate. I think that's, you know, especially like when you're probably the most targeted wide receiver in the last 4 or 5 years. Your numbers have quadrupled, not even quadrupled. I'm not going to put a numeric term to it, but you look at his Minnesota numbers with his Buffalo numbers. I don't see why he complaining. And you got paid off of that. And you got the recognition off of that. Only thing you guys haven't done is win. But I don't know how you're going to win if all you're going to do is throw a temper tantrum. Yeah. And that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't throw the ball to you, it's going to be a temper tantrum. And if I force it and there's interceptions, I get criticized.
Yeah.
So it's a tough position they're in. It looks like they're headed for a breakup. But then the next question is, who takes on Stephon Diggs? He's very talented. But if you're talking about you want to be a Cowboy, is Dak a better answer? Hey, good luck. You got it, bro. If you think Dak is the answer, by all means, go to Dak.
The only thing going to Dallas would do is maybe his brother can keep him calm. But I think Stephon is who he is. You got to take the good with the bad. Whoever brings him on, you got to take the good with the bad.
And
Buffalo.
Josh, you got to take the good with the bad too.
Yeah, and Josh. And we do, because when Josh isn't throwing interceptions, he looks great. But when he does, boy, it can look bad. And I've seen it firsthand where you got a quarterback that has to feed a diva. You gonna throw interceptions because we know triple coverage, double it. You're gonna force this ball in here because you have to. You have no other choice. So the crazy thing is, outside of the turnovers that they have, which Josh and people fumbling, that offense is a top 10 offense statistically. So for them to fire Ken Dorsey the day after, it's more than what outside of Buffalo can see. Because if I show you, yo, this is what I'm doing, boom, 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 that's not a coordinator that gets fired. My coordinator should get fired. That's a coordinator you fire when you show, yo, this is your production. Outside of the turnovers, I don't see that with Buffalo. They were moving the ball. Is it different without Dayball? Sure, it's going to be different. But
can I challenge you? And then
yeah.
I would say, what is your thought process on the lack of a run game when you clearly see James Cook is capable? What is your thoughts on Sean McDermott? And this isn't on Ken Dorsey, but what are your thoughts on Sean McDermott benching James Cook for what? After that first snap fumble, he benched him for the next 3 or 4 series, which was a detriment to the offense because Latavius Murray isn't a pass catcher. So when he's in the game, you kind of already know what's up. And even if he does run a route, I saw him drop a few passes. I'm like, yo, why is he in the game? And as soon as James Cook came into the game, they scored a touchdown.
At least the Ken Dorsey should have been fired.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Josh Allen, I heard a stat the other day, his QBR has been higher the last 2 years with Ken Dorsey than it was with Dayball. Now, obviously, the turnovers have increased a little bit more under Dorsey than Dayball, but I think it goes back to what Nick says, running the ball. And then I think that the bigger question is, well, what is Sean McDermott doing? Because this defense was a top defense last year. Now Leslie Frazier, for whatever reason, stepped away from the team at the beginning of the season. You've seen the defense kind of take a step back. Now the offense is having these issues. You're firing a coordinator mid-season. Like when does Sean McDermott come into the picture of this? Like when does he garner some of the blame for what's going on in Buffalo as well? Like it can't always be on Josh Allen or Diggs or Ken Dorsey. Like I feel like Sean McDermott gets swept under the rug a lot.
It should be right now. Because
Yeah,
we have to ask, why did Leslie walk away?
Yeah. And it's starting to seem like even when I saw the way him and Dayball met at half field a few weeks ago, it's starting to seem like maybe he run. I don't know, maybe a micromanager. So I'm not too sure, but it seems like it's tension there with the coordinators or people who he's worked with in the past. And so at some point you got to look at him and say, is he partially the reason or one of the primary reasons why this team hasn't had the success that they
let me ask you this.
Supposed to reach.
Let me ask you this as a player. Let's put yourselves as a player on the Bills team. If you see James Cook make a mistake that he doesn't have a fumbling issue. Now, if this was something that was consistent over the previous weeks, I would truly understand. But he makes one mistake. You bench him to punish him. And Josh Allen is a gunslinger. Like, what type of message does that send to the team? And that's a question. And then my retort to the Ken Dorsey thing is, I think he's a good coordinator. My only thing is the Brian Daboll's coached the turnovers out of Josh Allen. He called plays and made it so that Josh Allen didn't feel like he had to do absolutely the most. He schemed guys open more too. A lot of these throws, Josh Allen's fitting through tight windows and just making it look easy. Now, he won't get credit for that because people will ignore that and cling to, like, he's handing the ball off and the ball slips out his hand and he fumbles. Like, they'll cling to that, or they'll cling to an interception before halftime. But a lot of this shit is on Josh Allen making plays. I don't know if Ken Dorsey's helping him in the sense, or helping the offense in the sense of, let's make it easier on y'all. We got all this talent. Like, let's scheme some people open. James Cook is electric. He's literally electric. Why is he only touching the ball 8 to 12 times a game? That should be up. So to y'all point, man, I look at McDermott as I just didn't, that benching didn't sit right with me. Like, I don't know what type. Now, mind you, James Cook responded and he was angry, right? He ran angry. He ran with purpose. But by that point, you didn't already
again too. But good thing he caught that thing.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, shit happens. I mean, and you can't punish him with Josh Allen is reckless. Now,
no.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that firing, it wasn't because Ken Dorsey is bad. It's because somebody Sean
got
gonna be next. Sean gonna be next. But
Yeah, exactly.
somebody gotta light the fire up somebody's ass. Somebody has
Somebody,
5-5 is unacceptable.
not for them. Somebody got to fall on that sword first. Sad, it's fucked up. It had to be Ken Dorsey, but
Oh,
it's Ken
Sean's next.
Dorsey. Yeah, and the thing is about the Ken Dorsey thing, the offense does look different. But after the firing, I saw that McDermott started to be more hands on with the offense. That's a bad sign. It's a defensive guy.
Yeah, no, Matt Patricia, I'm gonna need you to change.
Yeah, exactly. That's a defensive guy, and you can have that hierarchy. And Ken is probably like, God, fuck. My
It might
hands
be
is tied.
micromanage. It might be
You see what I'm
micromanage.
saying? Like to Keith's point, it might be a lot of micromanaging to the point where maybe that's why Leslie walked away. This defense is not the same. It's not the same. Not only do they look old, they get hurt more. And it was never a time in this run that they've had that you could just run all over them.
Yeah.
They can't stop the run now.
Yeah.
So
they can't do a lot of things. Right?
Yeah, it's a lot.
You can't beat Russell Wilson and them. I mean, don't get me wrong. Russell, we didn't mention him.
He played better.
He's been playing well, really all season. Honestly,
Quiet.
It kind of gets swept under the rug because they weren't winning, but he's been quietly playing well all year. And on prime time in front of the ladies, he showed up.
He did.
They played disciplined football. They forced turnovers. And they ran the ball well, and that's always kind of been a recipe for him, because if you can run the ball well, then that sets up his play action game, and that's where he's always been elite. So kudos to the Broncos, because a month ago we were looking at this team as possibly tanking and in the Caleb sweepstakes or Drake May, and now what are they, 4-5, 5-5, something like that? So you're right in the mix.
I don't even give credit to the offense as much as I give credit to their defense. Since that 70-point shellacking by the Dolphins, they've been one of the better defenses in the NFL. The pass defense, getting to the quarterback, stopping.
Shout out Vance Joseph.
They've locked in, and that's where they got to win games, is on the defensive side of the ball. Because to your point though, Russell hasn't been turning the ball over. He's been able to convert third downs, been able to extend drives, doing some nice things out there. So shout out to them for kind of having that. I mean, 70 points is crazy. Having that rough start and being able to bounce back.
That's a fact.
I want to bounce back from 70 points. That's fucking nice.
And before we get to y'all game, the fact that they scored 70 points on their defense, Vance Joseph still got a job. So
shout out to him too.
Shout out to him, man. He coaching for his life every week, but shout out to him, because man, that's a black man. You don't even need an excuse to get fired. 70 points, yo, bro. You got.
Let me holler at you for a second,
yo, bro, and bring your key card in the playbook.
I was looking for a reason. 70 points is just, low hanging fruit.
We got him, but good for him. Still got a job, and the defense responded. All right, Thursday night, Amazon Prime. As you can see in Keith's background, it's a lot of lights. Once again, the Bird twins. They dressed alike. They got on the seasonal fit now because they won.
Y'all would think that's a stock photo.
I got my sizzle pen too, man. Don't forget that.
Big phones.
Yeah. Right. The Ravens defeat the Bengals 34-20.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, before he got hurt, 11 completions, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 16 completions, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Before he got hurt.
He did get hurt, y'all. He did
before
get
he
hurt.
got hurt.
Yeah,
he got hurt. I mean, he all right.
Well, he walked in hurt, or before he got hurt. Which one you?
Hey man, listen. Well, listen. We got Mark Andrews hurt on the first drive of the game. Yeah, Logan Wilson was out for blood. He almost got Lamar too. Good thing I don't have to see him. We don't have to see him any longer this season. And maybe the NFL needs to talk about that. Yeah, maybe the NFL can talk about plays like that, because some of this stuff doesn't belong in the game. Now, don't mind me as far as I'm not trying to take everything from the defense, because at some point it's going to be two-hand touch. But these type of tackles that we saw with Mark Andrews, where you're dropping your weight and you're dragging them down at the midsection, those is data behind the injuries that come with that type of tackle. So we'll see how the NFL committee discusses things. But going to the game, I felt like this was a game that kind of made a statement, and it wasn't a statement as far as Lamar versus Burrow. It was a statement as far as adversity and how do you respond to it. The offense had hit a rut early in the game, and then Joe Burrow took the lead. You know, next drive, we thought Zay Flowers had an amazing touchdown that was called back from a phantom holding call. From that point, I was in the stands thinking, man, listen, that's going to be a problem. Like, that's a momentum changer right there. That touchdown coming off the board, I didn't know what to expect. But Lamar and the offense, they said, we won't be denied. And they
What's up with
continued
my
to plug
back?
it in. They continued to grind. He'd be getting it in. He
Yeah.
continued to grind, and we scored a touchdown on that drive. Next drive, Burrow's
Dumb
out of the
dog.
game. And then, we decided, at that point, you know, I don't feel the greatest about the win because it wasn't with Burrow in the game, right? You want to beat Burrow, you don't want to see any injuries, but I can't use that as an excuse either because they've done feasted on us. They've told us shoulda, woulda, coulda. They told us, man, it ain't our fault. Lamar ain't healthy. Tell him, he tough, right? So, it is what it is. Burrow came into the game with a wrist injury that they did not report. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And it is what it is. He hurt his wrist further. Maybe he shouldn't have played. Maybe he should have reported it. Maybe we should have known. Maybe the fans should have known not to put him on their slips or any Bengals receiver on their slips. It is what it is. We won the game. No tears from me. No excuses. It was total team performance, and these are the games that you want to see in these types of situations where they lose their quarterback. So now we have to just get ready for this tough stretch coming up. We got some games coming up that are going to be challenging. Some on the road against playoff contenders. We just got to keep it going. This was a big test, and we were fortunate to kind of, the circumstances kind of went our way, but we all took losses Thursday night, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that really sticks out to me, well, that I feel after this game is, damn, I wish we beat the Browns because you be sitting beautiful. But as far as the game on Thursday, resilient. That's kind of what I take from it. You started off warm, you get go down the field, Marcus hurt, and obviously that kind of put a damper not only on the game and the stadium. And you kind of saw for the next couple drives they couldn't move the ball, just kind of flat. Um, but midway through that second quarter, I think towards the end of the second quarter is when Nelly caught the touchdown and got the separation. You could kind of see that we were starting to put our imprint on the game. Got the ball back again before the end of half, went down to score with Rashad Bateman, got him in the mix, got him his first touchdown this year. So a good win for the Ravens. I mean, you moved to 9-3. You got 10 days off now before you head out west to LA. And then right after that, you got a bye week. So you're in a position right now. You have some injuries at key positions. You're in a position right now to get some rest. Get prepared for a big matchup next Sunday night against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. But I like where we are right now from a position of being 9-3. Like Nick alluded to, when you come out of that bye, I believe you had the Rams, the Jags, and then the 49ers. So you got a tough 3-game stretch, 3 teams that are well coached. So the bye coming right now is coming at a perfect time, I believe. And 9-3, I'm happy. I'm satisfied right now. Like they said, Burrows may have been hampered, but we didn't play them with Tyler Huntley 1,000 times, I feel like. So I don't really feel no pity when it comes to that. That's football. Injuries happen. Godspeed on the healing, but we lost some soldiers too. And so
8-3, by
oh
the way.
well. 8-3, sorry. But oh well.
For
All
real.
right. Couple things. I've been critical of these two guys. So as a man, you got to come
Hey,
in and oh, go,
hey,
go, go.
Sco, can I ask
Uh
you
huh.
one quick question?
Sure.
We didn't act. I mean, obviously, we know who we were picking Thursday night, but were you picking the Bengals?
No, I said it last show that I wasn't picking the Bengals. Key
Nah,
said
you
I was.
pretty
No,
good.
no,
You
no,
pretty good, but
no.
I don't know. I feel like you would
I
as
wasn't
well
picking the
pick the
Bengals.
Bengals.
No,
We ain't asked, but
no, I wasn't picking the Bengals. That's on
Not the
everything.
not the division winners.
And
Not the
I'm
guys you
saying,
chose to win the division.
I
You
had to
wouldn't
cash
pick
out on
them?
that ticket early. Nah,
Okay.
nah, nah. Uh, Oway, I want to not a congratulations because it's it's just a good stretch. But he has been playing better. I've been very critical of him. So if you can get 3 straight sacks in 3 straight games, being as though he wasn't doing that at all and just barely getting there, all the pressure, salute to him. And Odell, he looks, I don't want to say 100% healthy, but he looks healthier, and you can see it now. Salute to those guys.
It's
Yeah, I
amazing.
mean,
It's
he
amazing
looked
what some
good.
patience does, right? Like, I ain't playing 2 years, but y'all want me to be 100 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first game of the season. Wow. Like, it's amazing what
Yeah,
like letting somebody just get their
it took a
legs right.
while. Yeah,
And
it took
I
a
thought
while,
that was
but he's
interesting
here.
when he kind of said the Ravens saved him from himself in that week 2 game against the Bengals, where they kind of told him, "Look, we need you for the long haul. We'd rather you rest right now." And probably coming back to Pittsburgh game, it probably wasn't smart. Um, but you starting to see the Odell now that he got his legs back. The dude is a route technician. Like he can get open. Like he can beat a zone. Like he wide
Wait, they
open
said
in
he
the
couldn't
zone.
separate. Wait, what? They
I,
said
s-
he couldn't
I
separate.
saw I saw otherwise Thursday night, and I watched it live.
Thursday
Um,
night, he been doing the last 3 weeks,
yeah,
4 weeks.
yeah. But Zay Flowers too, they both can just get open. But I was going to go to the defense again. We in a position to possibly have a double digit sack person for the first time since 2017. It's been a long time since we had somebody with double digit sacks here in Baltimore. So really got 2 people within striking distance of getting there. But it'd be good to see that and to see the constant pressure that we've been generating week in, week out.
Yeah, I'm not the type that's going to like compliment Owe as much as most because I don't think Owe is the reason for Owe's success. I think Matabuki and
No, I
the
was talking about Matabuki specifically, yeah, because he got the 9.5.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Oh,
about
okay.
Clowney, and Owe. Clowney been, in and out as far as inside of the defensive line and also on edge. He's really versatile in that sense. But the interior
Right.
pressure has been what has set us apart, which has helped the edges be able to make plays. When you're collapsing the pocket and inside of the pocket, it's easier for the edges to come and clean up
Mhm.
on those tackles. So that's the difference between now and previous seasons is we didn't have an interior pass rush before. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's what makes Aaron Donald so special is because you can collapse the pocket and it allows everybody else to get an easier avenue to the pocket. So now Owe,
Yeah.
he doesn't have to do as much. Now Clowney
Right.
doesn't have to do as much. There's a reason why Clowney is having one of his better seasons in the last few years.
Yeah, 6.5 sacks.
You know what I mean? It's not because Clowney just reinvigorated himself or Owe just became like this different player. It's like, the pieces of the puzzle are working a little better this year as opposed to previous years. So Matabuki, no question about it, you cannot let him go. He's too
Yeah, no.
important. Even if
Yeah.
he's just not like the greatest in the run game, I think he can excel with that with more experience and more time. But 9.5 sacks, you can't replicate that. Or we've been trying to find that for years,
Yeah, you
literally.
still got 6 games left.
Yeah,
And you
man.
got
Like,
9.5. Like,
whatever he wants, he can have it. He can have whatever he likes. You know what I'm
yeah, we
saying?
ain't had that
Whatever.
in a long yeah, we ain't had that in a long time. You're right.
Long.
What about Monken? What you thought about him this game? Play calling. You like the play call in this game? You
I didn't dislike it. I thought things got a little stagnant when Mark went out and we had to
yeah, that's
figure
what I'm
out what we're
saying.
going to do. But at the same token, I think he quickly figured out that Isaiah Likely and Charlie Kolar are nothing close or nothing synonymous. They're not in the same ballpark, field, league. Well, they're in the same league, but not really. They're just It's just a big talent gap. So what did he do? He kind of he pivoted. He started emphasizing the wide receivers more. He started getting Zay out in space. Started hitting the quick slant with Odell, which is my favorite play from Odell because he hits that slant and he goes.
Yeah,
For
he's
somebody
money.
who's washed, I don't know how he's doing it, but it's the grace of God, I guess. And we started, Bateman was able to get some looks. I think he had some opportunities for deep plays that we didn't connect on, but he had separation. And I like the fact that we were taking those chances, so he just spread them out more and started emphasizing the wide receivers more. And that's great because now we actually have the personnel to be able to do that and make those pivots. We don't have to rely on the tight end position. And now it's
Yeah,
going to be interesting to see what we do about that position because I don't know if Likely is that guy. I don't know what y'all see. Me personally, I see a lot of drop passes. I see a lot of low football IQ. I saw Lamar trying to coach him up, tell him to go left. He's still going right. It's like, yo, I've had enough. I'm cool on yo. I'm cool.
And that's a good point you make as far as incorporating the wide receivers more, because if you look at week 1 of the season when we played the Texans without Mark, Zay Flowers had 10 targets, 9 receptions. So I'm expecting him and these wide receivers now, like that's going to be the bulk load of these receptions now. It's going to come from Zay and Odell. And I'm thinking they're going to be more electric in the pass game. Not to call it addition by subtraction, but I think this is going to help. Yeah, exactly.
Like you have nobody, like you don't have Mark anymore. So that was always your safety valve. You always were going to just look for Mark first and foremost. You don't got that luxury now, because when you look at Likely, what do you see?
Moving right along. Keith, let's bring the pick'ems up. We got to talk about it. Okay. I'm in a place where I've been before. I'm gonna fight back. Like that's nothing. That's nothing.
Are you?
Yeah. What?
Keith, this is your chance. This is your chance.
What?
A year long.
What?
He been messing with me all year.
What?
You've had
You was just in second last week.
What happened, Scott?
That's fine.
It was all good just a week ago.
I should have had you. What happened to you?
Oh shit! You
Yeah,
still have a chance. You still have a chance.
Yeah, all right. You put my fucking face on this screen. I'm gonna tell you. You put my face on this screen.
I'm gonna
tell you what.
To do that. Don't finish last, because I'm gonna.
I ain't Mobb Deep, nigga. Don't put me on the Summer Jam screen. I'm fighting back. I'm fighting back. I'm first game off rip. Keys is done. Keys is done off rip.
Why?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Steelers travel to Cleveland to play the Browns.
Who he picked?
He picked the Browns. Now, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he will be the starting quarterback. I thought it was going to be PJ Walker. It's going to be Dorian. It's going to be DTR. Now, this is a game that I've seen our defense lose time and time again. Rest in peace, Ryan Mallett. We've lost to him. We lost to Ryan Finley. Lost to Mike Glennon. It's possible. It is possible. I'm not going to come in here and say that it ain't. But TJ and Alex is coming, DTR. You still don't have... Y'all line still hurt. Like, they still hurt. Whatever y'all did in the bank and the lack thereof of them getting to broke shoulder, the lack thereof is not going to be a lack thereof coming from this dude that's behind me. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They really might make you reconsider playing quarterback. You know why? Because this defense is trained and coached to it's all on us. They are going to take out the wrath of God on you because they have to stay in the game. They have to.
Cash money.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't lose
You
after
just
this.
said, nah, can't.
They can't lose after this one.
Can't. If you lose to Dorian Thompson-Robinson, somebody needs to get Ken Dorsey'd. All right? Like something has to happen. Like if you can't outscore DTR, something has to happen.
Yeah, you
fuck loyalty.
DTR,
you gotta be DTR.
I don't think they're gonna let him throw like they did against.
They
us.
not.
And he didn't have a week of practice when he played us. That was like a Friday decision. He had a week of practice this week, so we'll see. I don't know if that matters. It probably doesn't. That's Captain America right there.
You practice
What's wrong with PJ?
I don't know. I was shocked by that.
Nothing's wrong with him.
Nothing's wrong with him.
They promoted DTR. They feel good about it. We'll see.
And you know what? I'm gonna put that on the bulletin board.
Time under his belt since
No. I'm gonna put that on the bulletin board. They think we pussy. Defense.
Yo,
they think we
you
pussy.
You talking real strong to be a 1.5 point favorite or whatever, yo.
Fam, all I'm saying is if I'm a defensive guy and they jump over the backup to go to the third string to play us, I'm taking that personal. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna take that personal.
You're gonna put him in the ground now.
I'm going Draymond him. Got to.
Hey, DJ good for it.
Yo, Flo, I
Feel
feel
me?
you on the. I
He
feel you, but what about them defensively? Like y'all
Oh, I
gonna
ain't get there
score
yet.
on them?
Nah,
Okay, all right, my bad.
this has to
Because
be
you
on the
talking like y'all
defense.
going dog walk 'em.
Nah. It's going to be a close game. It's AFC North. It's going to be a close game. I just think that in the face of adversity, which Cleveland's defense will cause a significant amount of for our offense, but I feel like keep it close. Kenneth is able to make a play here and there to put us over the top that I don't think DTR will be able to make on us. We're turning over everybody, no matter who you are. You don't think if they don't get more than three turnovers minimum, this can't be a game where the turnovers don't happen because then you'll give them confidence and he might start playing better. Lean on that run game. This run game the last 2 weeks has been great. Lean on that run game so we can get to some play action, get out of there with a win, healthy. No helmets across the head. Let's get up out of town. Give me the Steelers.
What's your thoughts, Sco, on Cleveland's run game? Do you think that's going to present any challenge? Because I think that's where the Browns are going to want to have to, for them to win, they're going to have to be able to run the ball well.
Yeah, they'll get yards. With
Is it red zone with you guys that you want to lock up on?
20 to if it's a 20-20 game, I'm confident that they won't be able to score with a shortened field. But honestly, with the play of Keanu Benton, that rookie, he's been causing havoc in people's run games. And last week, outside of AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon really didn't do shit last week. Cam is back, getting healthy up front, out on the line. I'm not going to disrespect him. That is Kareem Hunt.
Don't do that.
Disrespect him because I
did.
I saw it. So Jerome Ford, dog, you in the league for a reason.
Hey,
you in the league for a reason.
The biggest
you get
Jerome
paid to do a job. You know what I'm saying? So they might get their yards here and there, but like a Nick Chubb effect, nah, I'm not expecting that. And that's
what's the plan.
Nah. But we do get Pat back. We get Pat back, and with the run game being the way that it is no better time now to start using the middle of the field with your tight end back. You got to respect what's on the outside. That middle of the field should be open.
That's what you guys were doing last year.
Yeah.
Pat was a big part of the offense.
Yeah. And that's what Kenny was doing. Yo, if you look from last year to this year, Kenny was letting it rip last year.
That's what's missing.
He has to get to that. He has to get back to that. Call him mid, average, all of that, dog. Whatever you did last year, you have to get back to that because now the offense will be clicking on all cylinders if you can make more than a handful of plays. Use the middle of the field. So that will open Deontay up, George up. It'll be there. It's going to be. You just got to do it.
And Canada needs to help Pickett with some of the play calls, force the issue. Call a few plays for Pat. Get him, start him out early. Get him going early. You know what I mean? So he gets the confidence, and Kenny gets the confidence to continue giving him the ball. Because when Pat Frymuth is doing what he's doing, and they doing the move noise in the Steelers stadium, that's when y'all at your best.
Yeah, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. No other better time to do it than with a team that's playing with their third string quarterback. Like, come on now, come on.
I want to go to Browns so bad.
Do that.
The Steelers.
And you win this game, you go in with extra confidence against Cincinnati because Cool Joe ain't playing.
See, y'all are the charm ones, y'all. Y'all been blessed. I say y'all charm ones. Y'all blessed. Like,
yo, how blessed are I don't want to play without Minka. We played 7 games without Cam. We don't have a linebacker. We over there trying to flirt with Miles Jack again. So I don't know how blessed we are. People keep calling him
a plumber now.
Huh? Yeah, him and his mama started up a business. Yeah, they started up a plumbing business. So you talking about blessed?
Please bring Miles Jack back so he can get.
You talking about blessed?
Miles Jack back?
But that's not quarterbacks though.
Every time I look, everybody's talking about my quarterback being mid. Where are we blessed at?
I mean,
No, don't use that. Don't
your
use that.
quarterback is your quarterback is going to be better than Jake Browning.
He better.
I can say that. I can
He
say that.
better. He better. If
He's
he
probably
leave,
going to
I
be
don't
better
know.
than
yeah, that shit.
DTR too.
Yeah.
I give you that.
I
So
don't know,
yeah.
yo.
See.
One
So
and
how
a-
we blessed?
It's-
Man's
I'm
up
just
top.
saying it's a reason y'all 1.5 point. They know Deshaun not playing, and y'all still 1.5 point favorites.
And it'll probably be close still. It'll definitely be close.
I
I
mean,
don't
when
see
you
a
look at how we
problem.
win, why would it be more?
Yeah.
Why would it be more? Even if Deshaun was playing, wouldn't have.
No, I'm going. I probably would have picked the Browns with Deshaun. After, I mean, he did it to us, so you feel me? I would have to feel like he's Houston Deshaun again, the way he was
Yeah,
looking.
okay. Put a
Y'all
But
better
he-
not lose to no. Y'all better not lose to DTLR, yo. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'll gladly
taking
take this
y'all
L. I'm taking the Steelers. I'll gladly take this L in the stand and stuff.
We not. So Keys is on that island. Boom, straight. I'm getting the game right there, off rip. Thanks, Keys. I appreciate you. You always been my buddy. Bears, Lions. Lions are 7.5 point favorite at home.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Answer for
I
y'all.
feel like it's gonna be a lot of 1, 2, 3 games this week.
There better be some 1, 2, 3 results in my parlay. I know that.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
7.5 point favorite bet. Bet.
Yeah,
When
that's
I money
gonna
line
be
it, I don't want no problem.
Right. Don't
Yeah,
let
that's
this
the
be a
part
down
there.
game. Yeah, nah, fuck that. Chargers, Packers. Chargers are a 3-point favorite on the road.
I'm going
I like the
Chargers.
Chargers.
I like the Chargers too.
Yeah, I mean they went toe to toe last week with the Lions. I mean, you obviously know they can score. Can they get the stops? I just don't think that the Packers have enough offensively to really.
I think they can get the stops this week.
Yeah, they can get the stops versus Jordan Love as opposed to that aggressive Lions offense. So I'm going with the Chargers on the road, and that'll get them to what 500
Yeah, it'll be 5-5 if they come up with
if
this
they
win.
win.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5-5. But with us coming to town next week, it's gonna be a good game.
Bengals gonna fall to grace. If you're the Chargers, this is the time now.
What's the AFC wildcard standings right now? Because I know the Steelers is probably like the number one wild card team. So who's the other teams? Houston, I got
pull it up.
Yeah, so
I can put
Houston
it on the
and
screen if
Cleveland.
y'all want.
Yeah, Houston, Cleveland, Indy.
Oh, y'all got it. Right.
Yeah.
So Indy, Vegas, Cincinnati, Buffalo, Chargers.
Chargers right there, 12.
The Jets and Denver, they all 5-5 or 4-5. So it's a lot of movement down there. Pittsburgh, that's why these injuries help. Because if you guys win these next 2 games, then 8-3 looks a lot better as far as securing your spot. And then you give a loss to Cleveland, which helps.
Yeah. I saw 74% to make the playoffs with a win. If we lose this game to Cleveland, it drops to 43. So this game is important. And all these games, when you look at it, if y'all could see from 8 to 14, it's a game. It's just a game.
Yeah, I'm about to say all 8 to 14 all have 5 losses.
Yeah.
And then you talk about the Titans, they have 15 with 6 losses. So I mean, they really a game and a half out too.
The only team that's completely out of it is
change.
New England. They're 2-8. Everybody else still numerically has a chance. So all these games are important.
Yeah.
So Chargers, I don't want to say must win, but yeah, can't lose to Green Bay. So that was Raiders, Dolphins. Dolphins are a 13.5 point favorite.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, it's a lot of points.
I like the Dolphins though.
Yeah, Raiders on their average team. We know what the Dolphins do to teams like that.
Yeah, shout out Pierce. He got them playing hard, but the only way the Raiders can stay in this game is if obviously Tua don't really like pressure. So if Crosby and that line can get some pressure to him and try to aggravate him a little bit, but I think there's still a game. The Dolphins are so talented offensively that they win by double digits, probably like a 10-point win.
Unless they can keep him off the field with Josh Jacobs, make this a Josh Jacobs game, he goes crazy. Yeah,
that's the thing.
Limit the time this offense sees the field.
I'd be giving Josh Jacobs the ball about 40 times a game.
What?
But I'd be giving Josh Jacobs the ball about 35 times a game, man. And
y'all paid him, might as well.
Letting O'Connell, you're going to throw the ball about 15 times this game.
Yep.
max 20.
Yep.
I just need you to make a couple 3 to 4 yard passes.
With that said, though, I'm picking the Dolphins.
Yeah, I got the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm picking the Dolphins.
Yeah, definitely the Dolphins. Yeah, Raiders ain't playing nobody recently,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, nah.
that fairy tale shit and it stops this week.
Antonio
Y'all think
Pierce
he got
did
a
a good
chance to be
job.
the head coach? You think he got a chance
No,
to be the head coach?
I
No.
think he should be.
he
I think
should.
they better have learned from their mistake
Yeah.
previously when they got rid of the interim coach in favor of the bigger name. These players are playing hard and responding to Pierce. Reward that.
Yeah. Just take a step in the locker room and feel the vibes. And that'll let you know this ain't gotta be no big business.
Or bring in the next great hope and waste some more money because now you're paying Gruden and McDaniels at the same time. So it's up to you. It's your wallet, Davis. I can't tell you how to spend it.
That's true. That is not my bread. Because I'd be damn paying all that. No, one of you
And
motherfuckers are staying.
that just laid me on a random point, but I'm surprised you don't see that just from more organizations wanting previous players to kind of lead the helm because they know a locker room, they know what it takes, like they can relate. Like you got these quote unquote boy geniuses who been sitting behind computers or cameras their whole life, never put a pad on, and they sitting here trying to relate to somebody going out there every Sunday catching 100 passes. Like it's a disconnect at some point. Like it's a reason Dan Campbell got the Lions playing the way they play.
Right.
It's a reason the last 2 weeks they've responded the way they have with Antonio Pierce. Like I don't know.
I think that's part of it, but
Still gotta have scheme and all of that.
But if
to
you got
come
the
with
pieces
you.
behind you to do that,
another part of it is just do better homework.
this ain't just Saturday.
Josh McDaniels has been an asshole everywhere he's been.
Yeah.
He's had issues with players everywhere he's been. The only place that it worked was when Bill Belichick had full control and you couldn't say nothing. You couldn't voice any displeasure because he would get you out of New England if you did. Right. Anytime somebody stood up to them, they were shipped out. He's been a piece of shit his whole career, and he keeps getting chance after chance after chance. That's the issue.
I think he's gonna get another.
The fact that Antonio Pierce has to prove himself and Josh McDaniels can prove that he's ass and continue to get jobs, that's the problem.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree.
Oh, ain't no great for me.
Some bullshit.
Giants, Commanders. Commanders are 9.5 point favorite.
Did y'all hear about Belichick in Washington?
I heard about him and LA too.
What the heck? I mean, he's Belichick. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
I don't want this version. Give me Belichick with Brady.
Yeah, and if
that got Magic Johnson written all over it.
Yeah,
it's neither here nor there.
Yeah, because
like
if
outdated Magic.
Yeah, if I'm saying Howland Eric Bieniemy, keep that motherfucker away from me. We building on something here. Don't bring him here.
I would look at Eric, or maybe Ron doesn't get fired if they continue to hang around there. I don't know, because the NFC is weak. They could probably definitely sneak into the playoffs. What's the matchup? Commanders Giants.
Yeah.
This is a win for the Commanders. This is a win. So what are they? 5-5 after this? Hypothetically,
5-6.
5-6.
5-6.
And their standings right now, they are 2 games out, 2 games behind Minnesota. Minnesota isn't a sure thing.
Nah.
But they 6-4 though. But they're not a sure thing. And then
they in that zone where anything can happen. And you can't afford to drop this game. I know it's division, but it's Tommy DeVito. Like, let's be fucking real. Let's be fucking serious right now.
I will fire Dayball for that. Like, actually, no, this is their third string. What happened to Tyrell?
He got
like a rib injury or something.
Yeah, he got hurt too. And with his history, don't fucking touch me. Let these ribs heal. Don't fucking touch me. Don't you dare. But Giants just gave Dayball and Danny Dimes the vote of confidence for next year. So they are both coming back next year. That's what the Mars are saying right now. But
I'm Dayball, yo, and I care about my career. I'm not hitching my ride to Daniel Jones any longer, yo. I gave you a chance last year. Cool. We did amazing things together. I gave you a chance early this season. Mm-hmm. It wasn't amazing.
No,
it wasn't amazing.
Like, this isn't because of injury that they're struggling. They were struggling when he was healthy.
Yeah.
They were struggling when he was healthy. And y'all have offensive line issues. You're not going to fix them in a year. Like, you wasted a pick on Evan Neal. Like it's not looking any better. I thought the defense would be better, but when you look across and it's that on the offensive side, it's
Kind of hard.
it's kind of hard to stay motivated. You gotta play perfect. So
What draft pick do they have? So they got the same record as Arizona. So I'm assuming what, top 5, top
it's
6?
gonna be a top 5. Yeah, we got, and we'll have to see who's coming out the of college.
I might have to push for a quarterback. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a quarter. If I'm Dayball, I'm an offensive guy. If I have this golden opportunity, right? Because Keith mentioned it last week about last year's success. They might have skipped steps in the rebuild. They weren't supposed to be that good that quick. Let's bring it back. Let's get a quarterback, because we said we was going to get a quarterback. Fuck Daniel Jones. Let's get a quarterback. Let's figure out what to do with his contract afterwards.
Yeah. Even worst case, you get the quarterback and you let Daniel play 1 year to make his stock better. You still got your quarterback sitting and waiting.
Yeah.
Still go quarterback. I don't know who's coming out after May. You got Penix. If he's what?
I'm gonna have to see it in the Giants jersey. I'm not going. No more game. It's no more game for me.
No. Cowboys, Panthers.
Oh, it's 1, 2, 3. My bad. I'm thinking about it. It's 1, 2, 3.
10.5 point favorite.
Will they cover the spread?
Yeah.
For the second straight week, they cover a double-digit spread.
You won't be able to tell them fans.
They look like this is the regular season Cowboys we talking about. They good for it. They good. Yes. They good for a regular season.
Yeah. Because I see a lot on the networks, albeit, but Dak, and why we not talking about Dak, and if this was Josh Allen, cool. I received that. But the Dak that we need to see is in the playoffs. Like, we know what regular season Dak gonna do: 5,000 yards, touchdowns. I'm gonna commend him for cutting the turnovers down. Good for you, because you weren't healthy last year. Your thumb, I get it. The Dak that we need to see though is in the playoffs. That's the Dak that needs to be doing.
Yeah, because you can't be LeBron during the regular season, then turn the KCP in the playoffs. Like that's Dak's issue. Like he's a shell of himself in the playoffs, and so it don't faze me, because this is what Dallas do every year. They these hype beasts, and then they get in the playoffs and they got clock issues. They can't figure it out. Like they squander it all in one game. So I'm not fazed by it, especially by the lack of competition they play.
And I hate this like power ranking analysis. Like week to week, we always changing our opinions on quarterbacks. Like if Josh Allen was a great quarterback 2 weeks ago, he's a great quarterback this week.
Even after a bad game.
Yeah, that Monday morning quarterback wicked. Monday morning quarterback is wicked, man.
That's why I was saying, like, I wasn't that down on Dak, because I know he had a down season, but I've seen him have good seasons before, and I know it's in him. Our biggest complaint with Dak is we've seen the regular season fireworks. We are not concerned about that anymore. We've seen the Cowboys have great regular season records too, but we've also seen the flame outs. Just same with the Ravens. When somebody brings up Lamar's playoff record, I can't really, or the Ravens playoff record with Lamar, I should say, I can't really get too upset, because that's a narrative we can fix and control. And as a fan, I'm pissed off too. Every time we have a great season, we go in and lay an egg in the playoffs. So that's a hump that Dak got to get over. Lamar got to get over. But are they great? Yeah. Does Dak make some mistakes? Yeah. But to your point, he's been playing lights the fuck out the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
He's been, even in some of the losses, like the Eagles loss, he was excellent.
He was balling. Yeah, that loss wasn't on him.
Keith said it's a game of inches. It literally was decided by inches.
Yeah. Titans, Jaguars. Jaguars are 6.5 point favorite. I'm down on the Jaguars. Like, they're the reason why I'm in the basement right now. Because I thought they were somebody that they weren't.
You're the reason you're in the basement, because why would you pick them against the 49ers? Like, come on.
Time to show and prove. Are you all who you say you are?
You let that law.
They beat us.
You let them beating y'all.
So they got to beat the 49ers.
No. It wasn't even on that.
Because we're on the same level as the 49ers.
If he was using that basis.
No, because if we had Minka, Trevor Lawrence wasn't doing shit in that game. You know?
He was fucking up. He was fucking
up. I just thought you hit the bye. Y'all fix some things. But maybe Trevor Lawrence really isn't who we think he is. And quarterbacks learn different. I'm not going to be completely out on him because he is talented. But like right now, you're not ready to go against a San Francisco defense. I thought you were, but you're
They
not.
really the definition of hot cold because like when they look
Yeah,
good, they look like
they look
Good.
great,
they
yo.
look tough. Like they look like they're one of the better teams in the AFC. But when they look bad, they stink. Like
What are
it's
they?
just funky.
6-3. When they were 5-2, they were Super Bowl favorites. That was only a month ago.
It was they just too inconsistent.
Yeah.
They just too inconsistent for me. And I haven't seen Trevor really outside of few performances last year. I haven't really seen him take over games and put the team on his back, which tells me, is he really that guy? Are they
Right.
winning because of Trevor, or is he just being an advanced game manager?
Yeah.
Right? Like there's such things as an advanced game manager. You're not mid, but you ain't great either.
Not great. And when a team can take away your run game and your number one pick, it shouldn't be shot to shit after that.
I got argued with by Jags fans when I said Etienne was their engine.
Yes.
And then I checked back after last week and crickets.
Yeah. Especially we keep bringing bro up. When them Texans get down, let me go Ron. Yo, CJ, go make a play, cuz. Got you. This ain't no Damian Pierce game. Rookie. He got Damian Pierce. This is fucking Curtis Martin back there. Like, it's Damian
with no
Pierce.
O-line. With no O-line.
No O-line. Like, at one point, Kendrick Green was blocking for that nigga. And so when I look at Trevor, hey, you're not who I thought you were. That's all. That's all.
What's going on with Calvin Ridley? Like, did he ruin his career with the gambling and taking time off for mental health? Like,
he's had big games though. It's confusing.
It's only been like 2 or 3.
But he's had lapses too, though. Like
he's had more lapses than big games.
I'm about to say the bad made the good for him this year. He's had some big drops too. I mean, I think we put him in a him category.
Gotta look at that again.
When we started the season as far as wide receivers, and now you're looking at somebody maybe he's like a very good, but he doesn't look like him this year. That's for sure.
I would put him a little lower now because you are what you put on tape. Every time he makes the play, he has 1 foot inbounds, 1 foot out of bounds. He's getting locked up more. Like he doesn't have much impact. Christian Kirk is their number 1 wide receiver.
And he's paid.
I wasn't playing when I said that. It's the facts. And that's kind of alarming, right? So I don't know if I believe in them. What was the matchup score? My bad. We
Titans, Jaguars. I'm still going Jaguars though.
Will
Levis came back to earth a little bit. Not completely out on him, but it's a fucking rookie. It's a man.
Divisional game though.
Divisional game. They do play them tough. They do play them tough. They got Vrabel, so they always gonna be in it unless the quarterback throws them out of it. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game, but I side with Jacksonville. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I got Jackson. 1, 2, 3, let's go. But this is an interesting game too because we was talking about the standings. Houston and Jacksonville, man, that could flip flop.
Yeah. Right there. Speaking of Houston, Cardinals, Texans.
This is gonna be a good game, I think.
6-point favorite.
6 seems like a lot.
Yeah,
I'm moving
especially
that down.
for Kyler. That's a shit. I might do 2.5. I might do 2.5.
I might give the Cardinals some points if they give
me
I might plus 10 that.
I don't know how to go with this game because the Kyler Murray effect is real. It's real. CJ just been playing lights out, and Kyler can't play defense. So I'm going with Houston.
You're right about that.
I'm going with Houston. That defense is still that defense.
Yeah, I'm probably for these purposes, I'm going Houston, but I definitely think this is going to be one of them back and forth games. Kyler has a lot to prove. You got to understand, he tore his ACL. He had to hear a lot. He was not only was he getting Call of Duty jokes, he was getting people were questioning his talent after a certain point. Question whether I had the questions whether how well would he look physically, and then you're talking about all these new quarterbacks, these prospects, and the question of will we replace him? If I'm Kyler Murray and I've done what I've done in my career, which is not saying he's done a whole lot, but he's done enough, right? He's done enough, gone to the playoffs. He's had great individual seasons. If I'm looking at that, I'm like, yo, I feel a little disrespected. I'm playing for my respect now. and it looks like he's happy. And he's just taking his profession a little seriously. He hit some adversity, and usually adversity, when you're back against the wall, it kind of forces you to bring out like that maturity. So I like what I saw last week. James Conner, he looked good. Shout out to your boy James Conner, Skull.
Yeah. It's always gonna be my
I got
guy.
Houston though. I like Stroud, man. He got that fire in his eyes, man.
You got Houston Keith.
Yeah, I got the Texans.
Damn.
1, 2, 3.
Who the
That's what I
keys
said
pick?
when we started.
Yeah.
I said it's looking like a 1-2-3 week. Like it's just
okay.
The favorites to me should win this week. Like that's at least how I feel. I don't see no underdogs that really.
So Keys went. He had Browns, Lions, Chargers, Dolphins, Commanders, Cowboys, Texans, Jags.
Okay.
Yeah.
So only one difference, really.
Only one difference. Keith,
I'm gonna need you to pick somebody else, yeah. Who you picking?
I don't see it this week. It's not the week for me.
Yeah. It really ain't. It's really
because
not.
I feel like who gonna win, but I mean I think he got an interesting
Eagles Chiefs gonna be a good game. I know we'll probably cover that last, but that gotta do something for us.
I mean Keys took the Rams against the Seahawks, so I don't know that may. I don't see how that goes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk. But right now we got the Bucks. Yeah. Got the Bucks 49ers.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
I got the 49ers like -5.5, -6.
Yeah, 12. What's that? 11.5. ESPN got them at 12. So yeah, definitely knock that down.
Speaking of which, while we here talking about numbers, do y'all have Bet ESPN yet? Because they doing some type of promo for people out there who listening. Get a free $200 bet. All you gotta do is place one wager, and once it settles, you get the free $200 in bets. It's $450 bets. So check out Bet ESPN. They say it's really just an old Barstool sports book, but even if you had a Barstool account, you could still get the free 200.
Okay, so that's why I
transfer my money over there because I ain't used Barstool in a while.
Because when I tried to sign up, it was like this account already exists, and I started to like, whoa, wait,
they still gonna honor it, but it's because it's Barstool.
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
And shout out to them too because they refunded everybody who had Barrows bets on Thursday night. So shout out to ESPN bets.
FanDuel, take a fucking hint.
It's only because it's only the introductory period.
Yeah,
it's nice for you. You know what I mean?
Remember, they was giving us free money the first week. All you had to do was score 1 point in the game.
FanDuel was so great the first week.
Plus 100.
Man,
now you can't even get a deposit bonus.
Keith, 2 bets in the last 2 nights. I had a $200 bet at the Ravens game. I'm watching that shit in the stadium.
I seen when you said something about what you needed.
Keaton Mitchell, bro. I needed 4 yards, and they called a holding penalty when he got my 4 yards, yo. And then he didn't get another carry. I was like, all right, yo, I see what Vegas is doing. And then the next night, Anthony Davis, 17.5, bro. He gave me 16. It was like a 12-legger for the 50. It was with the 50. So it was a 12 legs, $50. Ooh, I was feeling good. I said, oh, this nigga just needs to score 2 points. Man,
you can't get 18 with your big ass. That's sad.
That's your boy, Big AD. I hate him.
Nah, he ain't my guy. He ain't my
I
guy.
got blame. I got blame somebody. Shit,
it ain't nothing better than being at a game and cashing. That's how I was when I was at the Lions game. Hit that parlay. That's what they're feeling.
Nah, I ain't gonna. I woke up
Watch
this morning.
Nigga, I want to pay for my ticket. Yeah, ESPN Bet was supposed to pay for my ticket, nigga.
What you woke up this morning? Hit something, Skull?
Woke up and looked at that bottom right, like,
you like what you saw?
Oh, crab cakes today. Oh shit! 17-legger.
Oh,
man, what you had an NBA
big crab cake.
Yeah.
Don't tell wife.
You made it yourself?
Nah. Somebody gonna make that shit for me.
No, I'm saying you made the ticket yourself.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I got.
I ain't making shit today.
Yeah. What? Somebody cooking?
I won. I'm the prize
for me. I'm gonna put the motherfucking.
And I'm better than the free meal off FanDuel. I'll tell you that,
man. Not at all.
Hell yeah. Jets, Bills. Buffalo is a 7-point favorite.
Saying like it's so many. Like we ain't heard no 1.5. Like last week, all we heard was 1.5, 2.5. This week been nothing but 7, 10.5.
This a trap. That's a trap.
This ain't a trap. This the Bills.
Nah, I'm talking about that spread. That hell no.
The Bills bad now. Leaves the game.
See, the thing is, this game gonna be close. You know that Bills defense got his number. Even when
they play him tough.
No matter what he do, the Bills got his number.
You mean the Jets?
I mean, yeah. Jets got the Bills number.
Jets won for week 1, right? Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
no?
they beat him.
Yeah, they
They
beat
did
him.
beat him.
Yeah, they beat him.
Yeah, that defense. I mean, he historically has had problems with
Yeah.
this, especially since they got Sauce and all of them. But
I don't think
adversity has
Zach
hit.
Wilson can beat him again. Yeah, and it's time to put up some both of them. I
They
think
gonna
Stephon and Josh. Like,
what
yeah,
they call it, squeaking the greasy wheel or greasing the squeaky wheel, something like that. Greasing the squeaky wheel, basically saying Stephon didn't get his targets last week. Oh, he's gonna get his targets this week, baby.
come on, bud, come on, you
Oh,
fucking
I had
suck.
him in
Come on.
fantasy. I need all that. All you can
suck.
get.
Come on, I'm
Force
tired of this
feed him.
shit.
You know how we force
So,
feed Odell? Force feed Stephon.
Yeah, 15 targets. That old AB shit. Yo,
All of
we
it.
beat y'all. Yeah, we beat y'all like 20. It was like 26-10. He on the sideline throwing the fucking Gatorade. Like, yo, we are winning by double digits. I ain't get
AB
my
was different,
15. Yo, motherfucker got 20 targets next week. Caught 15 of them. So yeah,
Gotta
sometimes
go.
I poke the bear a little bit. Yeah, I'm going Bills. Everybody going Bills.
Yeah.
Who's calling plays this week? Do we even know who the interim is? Because what's he going to do differently this week? Is he going to run the ball more? Is he going to get people in space more? Is he going to get Stephon involved earlier and more often? Even though I don't think that was that much of an issue in this offense, but we'll see. Those are going to be the storylines, and then the Jets defense.
You
To
know
see
the
how they
issue
combat that.
with this offense is the run game, and if you're not going to run the ball, you can't handicap Josh and say that he can't run either.
That's true because they've been trying to do both.
Yeah, you can't do both. Like, he's effective when he runs the ball. I know you're worried about his future as everybody watching him run the ball. Whoa, but you're a better offense when he does. He's a better quarterback when he does.
That's a great point.
If you're not going to hand the ball off, let that man run early and often.
Or let
Call
your
him.
was James Cook in his first year or second year? His second year, right?
Second,
Yeah, let your second year rookie who doesn't have a lot of miles on his tread, like put some miles on him, nigga.
Y'all signed Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette been around for a while. Y'all offense clearly isn't that damn exotic. You just fired the coordinator. Call his big ass up. Like, it's ways that y'all can run the ball and make this offense go so you can make a run. But hey, I'm not a part of Bills Mafia.
Not having play action because you don't run the ball with your running backs, and then saying, Josh, we want you to be smarter. We want you to stay in the pocket. So he's patting the ball 5 times and then forcing a pass as opposed to going and get 15 on the ground. These might be the reasons why people get fired. But I think to your point, it starts with the head of this. I don't want to keep going about Buffalo, but it starts with the head of snake. Yeah. Josh, he got his coordinator fired. Let's keep it up.
Yep. All right, Keith. You got your low spread. Seahawks, Rams. Rams are a 1-point favorite. Oh, wait. Yo, this is crazy. So FanDuel got Seahawks as a 1-point favorite?
Yeah.
ESPN got the Rams as a 1-point favorite. Barstool, shall I say?
And this was last night when I pulled these, so I don't. The line could have shifted.
It might have, but who's the Rams?
I'm on FanDuel right now.
Matt Stafford's back.
Matt Stafford's back.
And I mean, the Rams play the Seahawks tight anyway.
They do.
Divisional game
at home at that.
I see why Keith went Rams.
Yeah, they got Seahawks plus 1.5 now on FanDuel. So whatever the money that came in the last few hours and shifted it. So yeah, they plus 1.5 Seahawks now.
Keith, you feeling the Rams, aren't you?
No, I got the Seahawks.
Oh, fuck.
If the Seahawks are who they claim to be, a team trying to get back to the playoff or get to the playoffs, you're trying to contend with San Francisco, you got to beat the Rams. Even if they're your divisional foe, they 3-6, they railing, they falling. You got to go take care of business on the road. I think it starts with that run game and Kenneth Walker.
Mm-hmm.
On the flip side, if I'm the Rams and I had to play those last 2 games with that piece of shit quarterback, what's his name? Ripken.
Billy Ripken.
Billy Ripken. Basically played with Billy Ripken. Just picked up Billy Ripken and said, yo, just sling it out there for us. But this is obviously must win for them because we just talked about the playoff picture. They're not technically out of it, but one more loss, you probably are. So they're going to approach this as if it's, win or go home, which makes it a little scary of a prospect. the Seahawks have had, surprisingly have a little trouble running the ball in recent weeks. So I'm curious to see how efficient Kenneth Walker is this week.
Yeah, they got him in the spring game last week.
Mm-hmm. Curious to see how Geno's looks against the Rams. I'm probably gonna go Seattle because it's probably a safer pick, but I honestly think this is a toss-up, man. Vegas agrees. Like, this is a hard choice.
Keys took the Rams.
Yeah, Keys
He
to the
chose the
Rams.
Yeah, I don't know how I like that 2-island performance from him. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that, but at the same token, I got
Oh, don't worry. The first island that he got,
let him drown himself. Let him drown himself. He's about to drown himself on that.
Give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, I take the Seahawks. Yeah.
Give me the Seahawks.
Let him drown himself.
You bam the drizzle. Vikings, Broncos.
Gilligan's Island.
Sunday night. Vikings, Broncos. Josh Dobbs, Russell Wilson. Denver is 2.5.
It's gonna be a good game too. I mean,
it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah,
Russ got his swag back. Need Future to drop another record. Change that.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be I'm going Vikings.
I like what Josh Dobbs is showing. I'm going Vikings too.
I'm going Vikings.
Actually,
O'Connell got the utmost confidence in.
Let me hear what Keith say first. Not mine. I renege. Hold on. Let me see what yo talk.
No, I kind of felt the same. I think the Vikings the last few weeks have been getting it right. I think I talked about it last week. What's the DC's name?
Leslie.
Flores.
No.
Flores. Starting to really see his imprint on the defense, and I think, like I said last week, O'Connell, he's showing how good of a coach he is, because with Jettis and Kurt out, your season really could have been over, and now here you are fighting for a wild card position with Josh Dobbs, and so I think the Broncos, these two teams that's really been on the up and up the last month, if we're being honest. Like, this is probably one of the better Sunday night games we'd have had in a few weeks.
I'm saying much.
And that's not, that's really not a compliment. But I wrote my picks down before we came on the show because I was putting Keys picks in. I took the Vikings. That was my pick.
And who he took?
The Vikings. He took the Broncos. And I'm gonna stick with the Vikings.
He got 3. Yo, put him on the island 3 times, Nick. Put him on the island 3 times, Nick. Do me that solid. I know that shit flock, brother. But dog, this is
I'm trying to see what he cooking up. Because he up to something. I don't like it.
This is unprecedented. 3 island games?
That nigga up to something.
3?
What does he know?
I don't think I ever seen 3 islands get hit.
Nah.
That'd be different. I never seen 3 islands get hit.
We're gonna sink them bitches like
I
battleships.
tip my hat to 3 islands, but
that's aggressive.
I don't know.
I feel like I was like 3 island last year, but I was so far in last place last year, I didn't give a fuck.
I mean, Broncos at home, I should say.
Yeah, Broncos at home. Yeah.
And that's why I really wanted, like, when you came on here, y'all started talking to Vikings, I started to say I'm about to take the Broncos, but I'm sticking with the pick I got in here.
I'm probably going to Vikings. Yeah, I think that Broncos defense might make Josh come down back to earth, but they got a lot of weapons on that side of the ball too. And you see with O'Connell, man, like, he coaches you up. You know what I mean? So I'll go Josh Dobbs. I like what he's been doing. And if he's hit it, he hit it. You know what I mean?
Yo, ain't no.
He ain't gonna hit all of them, so I ain't tripping.
Hell nah.
Yeah.
Eagles. We won't be able to tell him shit. Eagles, Chiefs, Monday night. Chiefs are let's see if FanDuel got the same shit. ESPN got him at 2.5. It's all good. 2.5.
Keys picked the Eagles.
You know what? This Chiefs offense, I know they won the Super Bowl that way, but this is a regular season game. I don't give a damn about that Super Bowl. The Chiefs offense isn't as explosive as we've seen in the past, but their defense is a lot better. Damn, okay. So Keys, Eagles. I mean, this game is a toss.
You know you want to pick the Eagles. Go ahead.
I do.
That's big
I really do.
I got the Eagles.
Ooh, yeah, that's my island, baby.
That's your island going Chiefs?
Yeah, leave me on the island with the GOAT, because he's gonna take this. He's gonna take this game personal.
And they both coming off bye weeks, I think, too. So that's what make it even better.
Yeah.
And he's coming
NFL
off
did AI did right by this.
yeah. For once.
AI did right by this. But yeah, I like the Eagles coming off the bye. I just think that the Chiefs have looked the Chiefs.
I'm go.
Mahomes is Mahomes, obviously, but
They
they've
haven't
been having brain
yeah.
farts. Yeah, they be having these little brain farts, especially during the regular season.
Eagles have to.
And I just think that but I just think the Eagles got more. And that's what I'm gonna go with in a regular season game, even on the road. But if Taylor Swift there, I might take the Chiefs though. So ask me Sunday night once I find out if Taylor Swift there. Because if Taylor Swift there, then I know Kelsey about to go down. Yo ain't hit an over. Yo ain't hit an over when she not at the game. Scott.
That's my pale bitch up there.
Oh,
yo.
My man.
You know, he got to get it going. You know what I'm saying? But I got the Chiefs. Sure. I think that last loss. I remember after the loss, they lost before the bye week, right? To the Dolphins. Was that the game, or was it another game?
They lost to
Denver. They lost it. Okay,
and he was
Denver,
sick.
and then they barely
he was sick.
the Dolphins.
That was his flu game.
All right. So after barely beating the Dolphins, I think what he said was, "Don't worry. You know, I like my chances with this defense. Don't worry about the offense. We're going to get it together." When I hear Patrick Mahomes say words like, "Yo, we're going to get it together," don't even worry about that. Like, I got this.
That's a fact.
I trust Patty.
All right. I mean, it's not a bad island, to be honest. Fucking Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, it's a toss-up, bro. It's the Super Bowl teams.
That are 8-1 and 7-2. I gotta pick somebody.
If the Eagles win, who's going to be surprised?
Yeah, right. Like, oh shit, the Eagles beat the Chiefs. Let's move forward. All right. These are the picks. Keys, I wish you was on this screen so I could see this historic performance that you put on today. But when we get back next Friday, I'm telling you.
Next Friday, I'll have a game up on Keith, and you know I'm gonna feel good about that. Skull gonna be in last. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a beautiful Friday. I'm already envisioning it. You guys speak it into existence.
All right, Keys going over 3 on them.
I'm right where I need to be.
You're in striking distance.
That's right where I need to be. The Mamba.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
We going to
Let's go. All right, commercial break.
This ad is brought to you by Lavelle Body. Lavelle Body is an all-natural, handmade skin and hair care line for men, women, and children. So if your skin is dry, your hair is damaged, or your beard is having problems connecting, shop Lavelle Body today at lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC on Instagram. Again, that's lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC.
Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you?
I bet this nigga was the man in high school and in college, but he got to the NFL and he was not the man. Timothy Couch.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
You better not be on no bullshit, yo. You better not be on no bullshit.
Yo throwing dots.
Yeah, he had like one good season, didn't he?
Nah.
I thought
I mean, he might have. I know Derek Anderson did. Oh,
it was Derek Anderson.
Hey, Nick, look at this first. Nick, look at this first dot he threw.
Yo,
look at this first dot, yo.
Oh shit!
Yo, you were so petty.
Ooh.
What was the score of that game? What was the score of that game? What was the score of the game? I bet you that was the only touchdown they scored. I bet you that's the only touchdown they scored.
They beat y'all that game. They beat y'all that game.
Oh, all right. Yo,
yeah, it was definitely Derek Anderson's score. My bad.
Yeah. You know, a trash can gets a steak every once in a while. You know that. You know that. Nick, who you got?
Give me the most hated man in Baltimore, Logan Wilson.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
I don't know what he was on Thursday, but he was on timing. Like he literally almost took out Lamar. He did take out Mark, and then there was another tackle that was questionable.
BJ.
OBJ. You know what I mean? He had him injured with the shoulder. So it's like the Lamar thing is the. I mean, I was all pro tight end is gone for the season now. That's horrible. But the Lamar thing was really where my heart started jumping, because when I saw him limping and I saw him go to the tent, I was like, "This is deja vu." I was waiting for Scholes. I'm surprised I didn't.
I like Lamar. I ain't.
But no, you saw it today.
Yeah, but when I saw it, I was like, yo, it's daylight savings time. Woo. Right,
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a little quiet in there for a few minutes.
right.
So I would like to see. I don't know. We probably ain't gonna see the Bengals again this season. RIP to their season, but I would like to see him again, and I would like to get some retribution. That's all, some reparation, if you will.
All I'm gonna say is go be careful because he's gonna take y'all. Still got 2 games first. He on
Can he
demon
watch it? Whoever's going off, tell him watch it.
Yeah, he on demon time.
I mean, if Minka might be back for some of those matchups, so you can fight fire with
fire with fire.
Eye for an eye.
That's why I feel bad about Joe. Roquan was like, "Hey, niggas get injured when they play the Ravens." I was like, I kind of like that.
Yeah. On the adverse, everybody was like, "Oh my god, yo, it's football, yo. What are you supposed to say?"
It's a contact sport, baby. If you don't like
Minka got up after hurting Nick. You gotta go play. You gotta go play. What you want? Unless I kill you, or like outside of that, you gotta go make a play. Keith, who you got?
I got Jordy Nelson.
Damn. Okay.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
White boy was nice.
Yeah, Jordy was tough, man.
Jordy was
They
tough.
say he used to work on a farm or something like that.
Yeah, Jordy was tough.
Jordy.
Yo, you getting on my motherfucking nerves. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, I swear to goodness, these be the videos that come.
I ain't
These
gonna lie,
first
yo.
videos in the highlights, yo.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. You getting on my nerves, yo. You my man. You been my man for a long time. But this shit gotta stop.
These the first videos.
What
in
he
the highlights,
do?
probably.
What'd he do?
What he do?
You ain't
Oh,
see it? You
How
ain't
many
see it,
games?
Nick?
How
Hold on, let
many
me say it
games?
again. What he do?
How many games Jordy Nelson done played in his career?
This is a Falcons highlight. Go. What's wrong?
No, just wait.
Oh,
Is this the fucking Super Bowl?
oh, damn. I see what you mean now.
Like, come on, yo.
The memory.
That was really. I had. I'm gonna show you. I had Jordy Nelson. So I had Jordy Nelson highlights. Right. I YouTubed it, but when I was recording the first video, somebody sent me a message, so it came down on the screen. So
Fuck
had they
all that.
not sent the message, it just would have been the first 2. But I had to use the second highlight and the third highlight, and the third highlight just happened to be the Super Bowl catch. It wasn't intentional, but blame the person who sent the message.
Right.
That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
That's
Cuz.
the way
All
the
right.
cookie crumbled. That's cool.
Oh, he plotting to get back right now.
I can't. I don't control shit anymore.
You got the
board.
board.
I missed the board.
You
I
gonna
do
figure
have
some
the
fly
board.
shit out.
Yeah.
Our
yeah.
first loss. The next loss we have. Please believe.
That'd be a good one. I need everybody healthy. I don't need no excuses. Just a good old ass whooping.
What was our excuse against the Browns? We ain't had no excuses, did we? Just trash. We was just trash that game.
Me, yeah,
Pretty
coaching.
much. Coaching.
Yeah. Nah. I want good
Hardball,
coaching.
that was
too.
our excuse. Never mind. We had an excuse.
Yeah. I want good coaching. I want him to coach his ass off, and you still lost. Look at it. They don't respect you, John. Before we get up out of here, basketball.
Any storylines? It's kind of early. Y'all been paying
It's still
attention
early.
to the in season 20.
No, sir. Outside of them just counting as regular games, but not like the standings or anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't know who's winning what pool or what.
I
But
wouldn't know.
I think that's the next step, though. If y'all want to make this like a thing where we actually give a fuck, y'all should like keep us invested to know like who's doing well in the tournament and who's not doing so well. Because right now it's just
they have standings. I just
like in season.
Yeah, the in season tournament. Yeah.
Well, they
I
should
guess
broadcast that more.
Yeah, like y'all are like
Nice.
3-0. Like y'all are 3-0 or some shit like that.
hold on, I'm about to pull
But
them up.
2-1. Boston was like 2-0. Like they keeping track, but
And is it by conference or is it just doesn't
The
matter?
pool.
It's just
they
whatever.
got, what is it? 4 pools, key?
Yes, Bulls. I'm about to pull it up.
Yeah.
Damn,
so,
this is NCAA tournament. Like they got East, West, like
Group A,
Midwest,
B, C, and
like,
D.
what the fuck going on?
So yeah.
Bucks. Okay.
Yeah, so they by different groups.
I think it's dope how Dame mentioned like, yo, some of the players on my team, they on 2-way contracts. That $500,000 would do a lot for their family. I do like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If the if the superstars are going to like take that approach, like, yo, let's play hard for them, and it's a regular season game. But I ain't whatever, man. I don't got no negativity towards it. It's just I haven't really been invested with it, but that's good to see. Minnesota has been playing well.
They have. It starts on the defensive with them. One right now, probably the best defensive team in the league. You seeing Ant take those steps. He was always, you can see he came in as a leader, but now the game naturally gets better. Him being a better leader.
Quiet as Cap been going off last 5 games too.
Yes,
Yeah.
Big prayer.
That's why I feel because even when you say something good about the man,
now that nigga Big Perry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he can't never escape that. You are who you are in this world, and that's who you are. That's who you are. But yeah, outside of that, the teams that are playing good, I expected them to play well.
I am surprised about Memphis, yo. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, especially because
I didn't see 2-9, and
their calling card was, we play better without them. I mean,
Marcus Smart,
lose Dylan Brooks. Maybe Dylan Brooks was a bigger piece to that puzzle than we thought. You would think.
Look at the Rockets.
Yeah, look at the Rockets. Look at his production for
They lost last night to the Clippers, but outside of that, they've been looking good.
We can talk about the Clippers too. What y'all think about the Clips? I think Russ was very mature in this situation.
Coming off the bench for the better of the team. It all depends on, if you're going to run this thing through James Harden, what does he have?
He had a game winner last night.
Had a game winner. If you get that, then the Clippers got a lot of talent and they'll go far. But if you're running it through James, and James is the fat suit James and not really contributing much when he don't have the ball.
24.
He's not going to defend.
Right.
He's not going to defend. I mean, you already know that. Not going to defend. The ball really not going to move. I don't know. I personally, watching the Clippers in the past, I like when PG kind of facilitates. But I think that now that's kind of null and void, especially with Westbrook and Harden.
I don't think the issue was Harden. I think Westbrook and Harden in the starting line. Westbrook is going to go get his regardless of whoever's on the floor, and then Harden.
They put Terrence Mann up there yesterday with him to start.
The starters were Terrence, James, Zubac, and then the 2 other wings, Leonard, Kawhi, and George. But last night, I mean, Harden only put up 11 shots. He made 8, so he wasn't taking shots from anybody. He almost had a trip dub. He was efficient. They need that. And it looked like he was more comfortable just with the ball in his hands, being the point guard that he's been the last 4 or 5 seasons. Not really looking for a shot as much as he's just playing off of others. But that's really hard to do when Russ is right next to you. I like Russ, man, in the second unit. It was last week we talked about it. It was like one of them got to come off the bench, either James or Russ. So Russ volunteering, even though he was there before James. That takes a lot of like letting go of your ego. Like, yo, this, I was doing well on this team. We was playing well. Like, we had a winning record. Like,
we can't even get him to do that with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he learned. From the circumstance, because
they played the Nuggets well too the other night.
They starting to figure it out.
They were right there with the Nuggets. Honestly, they took Zubac out for like the last 3 minutes and tried to go with that small ball death lineup, and Jokic just killed them. You can't do that.
You can't go small against the Nuggets, yo.
Yeah, you can't do that. And that killed them. But they was right there. Like they had every chance to beat the Nuggets. The Pelicans snipped the Nuggets last night, 115 to 110. Zion had a big game, but and that's, I don't know, it's November in the NBA. It's just kind of like,
it's still early, but I will before we get out of here. This story, Zach LaVine, seems like the Bulls are probably really serious about blowing this up now. They've been flirting with it for the last couple of years, but he has 3 destinations that he wants to go to. We know how that goes. We'll see if they honor that. But y'all,
he was rocking a Clutch Sports hoodie the other day, so I got an inkling.
Yeah,
I just hate like every season the Lakers always need something. Nothing's never enough. Niggas always in a trade scenario, always need some help. Braun don't never have enough help. And it's like, yo, in the offseason, it was all I heard was these great offseason signings, and we made it to the Western Conference Finals with this group. Imagine what we're gonna do this year with a training camp. Y'all niggas had a training camp, but now you need Trade rumors in November.
Yeah.
In November.
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
But you know, if they get him, is he changing much? He's giving them a score. I like Zach LaVine as a player. Is he a I don't like him as a one, obviously.
Right.
In this scenario, would he be 2 or 3? I don't know. I don't know what Anthony Davis is anymore.
Shit,
Maybe you got to explore that because we just
Yeah.
signed him to a long-term deal, yo. Like it's only going to get worse. He already talked about my hip hurt,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to give maximum effort on defense, but on offense, it's affecting my shot. Yo, you hurt every month, bro,
Yeah.
and the
it's bad.
team's not. It's like, why, yo? He only 29, 30 years old, yo. Why is Braun 70 years old getting triple doubles? Not talking about his hip. If anybody's hip should hurt, it's LeBron.
Should be his dude in 21. Yeah.
Yo,
I
why?
know.
Braun is over here carrying them, and AD was like with 8, 9, 10 points the other night. That's like, yo, what are you doing, bro? This ain't right. This ain't right. And I ain't even a Braun fan, but it's like, yo,
And that's probably why
what that man got to do.
we gotta get somebody in here that can put the ball in the basket outside of LeBron.
But that's not going to cure AD's ails.
Yeah, he's still gonna be hurt. Yeah, yeah.
And
hurt
you need AD to win a championship. You ain't winning the championship with Braun and Zach LaVine. You need AD to be AD.
Yeah, that's a fact. We usually do college games, but hey, listen, is this a Saturday show? Any important late night college games we got to look forward to, Keith, before we get out of here?
College football.
Yeah,
Georgia about to play Tennessee at 3:30.
Okay.
And then Washington play Oregon State later on tonight.
That's a good one.
Maryland Terps basketball, man. I need y'all to be better too, man. Like they lost last night against Villanova, 57-40. They barely even had like 30 points halfway through.
Villanova just lost to Penn.
half.
That's a bad
I
loss.
need Maryland, like the whole sports.
They had 15 points in the first half, man. Like, come on.
Like basketball and football. Like I remember the Ralph Reed and Gary Williams days, bro. And just to see where Maryland's like University of Maryland sports are now, it's just like we even used to be nice in lacrosse, soccer, like everything used to be lit.
Yeah. We like mid majors and shit.
It is not only that, it's not like you don't live in a state where it's
booming here.
Catch pot of talent. Like
It's
it's a ton of recruits. And now kid, like they should be wanting to go to Maryland. It was a point in time we was in elementary school, like everybody loved the Terps. Like don't nobody talk about the Terps no more.
Nah.
So I love to see them get back to that. But 15 points and a half, you a Big Ten team, like you just gotta be better. And I think they get it right, but you gotta be better. Because they already just lost to UAB a couple nights ago. And before that they lost to Davidson. So they 1-3 on the season. So like
that's bad.
You're not even playing tough teams. These are teams you're supposed to be stacking wins to help try to build a tournament resume. You can't even build the wins when you're losing to UAB and Davis.
I wanted to touch this before we dip. Have y'all heard about Angel situation down in LSU?
The what situation?
Angel Reese.
She got benched.
Yeah, she got benched.
I heard. I just read about that, but
yeah. So Kim Mulkey pretty much benched her last game. She didn't play last game, and they won. So that last game was a 73-50 win versus Southeastern Louisiana. So that was Friday, and during the win over Kent State on November 14th, she was benched in the second half. And there's been some social media activity between Angel and who's the other young lady that was connected to Angel? Flo. Her mom and Angel's mom has been going back and forth. Mulkey, there's sources closest to the situation saying Mulkey's trying to bench Angel to adjust her attitude problem. Maybe her head got too big.
Their mother's going at it like in a negative, like they going at it.
Yeah.
No, they clashing.
Yeah. Flo's mom made an Instagram post talking about Angel's mom and her lack of grammar and saying, but you should know about that because allegedly Angel has a 2.0 GPA.
I mean, ain't nobody care about class. She getting money, but damn. So,
but it's a problem because a lot of the rumors are stemming from people were saying Angel's head got too big over the summer. She was in a Cardi B video. You know, she's a celebrity now. Like she's an
the
it girl,
boss.
Yeah.
and I remember Flo having an issue with her being in the Cardi B video. It's like, dang, I ain't get the invite. So there's
Yeah, I
some
remember
that.
animosity.
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's a rapper. So yeah, it's and they had 2 former players tweet
They're
some
not looking
things
for you,
where,
Otis.
and it was 2 former players that was on LSU
Talking like
last
Angel.
year
Sorry.
that
I want
kind of made
Angel in
it
my
seem
video, not you.
like y'all got to stand on business now.
But
Yeah.
not only that, it's saying, I mean, like Angel seemed like, I mean, at least from what you see from the outlook, like she had flow, like she wanted these people to win with her too. So like I don't really get the animosity. Is she a Hollywood? Could she be Hollywood? Sure, but when you reach a certain stature, we live in
Hollywood.
we live in a capitalistic society, man. Like you are the it factor. You are the big ticket.
Yep.
It comes with a little different. It comes a little different. If
She
I call
can
out
go to
from work,
school.
yeah,
And
if
she
I
earned
call
it
out
too.
from work,
Class.
it's a little different. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
So
earned it too.
like
If I'm a millionaire, I'm not doing
yeah,
schoolwork.
she's tough, man. Like I don't.
Sorry.
I think Kim
What?
Mulkey
I won.
and look at Kim history. Look at her, man. Like look at her history.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, she ain't
so
perfect.
I think she one of the people. I'm not about to let this young African American lady head get too big. I'm gonna dumb it down some. I'm a minimalizer, and I think that's really what it is. Honestly, it's just sound like shade, but I hope they figure it out and she get back on the court because this not it.
I think that's a lot of it, but some of it is, jealousy between, like, there's internal beef between players right now.
Yeah.
And as a coach, you kind of got
Yeah.
to navigate that as well, because you really don't want Angel coming in acting like she's better than folk, but you also don't want people jealous of her because
Right.
everything that she's earned, she's being given now.
You know,
You can't be mad at her for getting what she's earned. She's earned this.
right.
Angel
She
earned
earned that.
all of this.
And she
And
was
that's
buying them. She was buying her teammates
buying them shit.
things last year. Like I remember that. Like I feel like
And you're a rapper, make a hit.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Make a hit.
Everybody can't make a couple million. Like that's just not the real. That's just not real. Some people gonna make 6 figures. Some gonna make like that's just what it is.
That's
Play
the thing with
basketball
the
better
NIL.
or make a hit.
Yeah, it's gonna be the thing with the
my
NIL. Yep, you're gonna be looking at what teammate got you feeling a certain way, and yeah, prayers to all involved. Yeah, prayers to all
But that's
involved.
not a good recipe to start the season. And I mean, it's early, so they got time to figure it out. But I don't know. Once you kind of show that you got hate and all that in your blood towards me, it's a little different.
I can't look at you the same.
It's hard to trust. And I mean, Flo a guard, Angel in the paint, you got to get me the ball. So I mean,
you gonna look the other way? Like what we doing?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not good.
They got to get back on track, because listen, if they do get back on track, settle things, this is gonna be a beautiful story at the end of the season. Like if they're winning and they can look back on this and say, look what we overcome. So hopefully it's one of those situations.
Right.
Yeah, the Netflix doc will be lit when if they do that.
And then everybody can make some money off that, hopefully.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody get paid.
Since it's about money, since you crying about, my stardom and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. We're gonna go to the last commercial break and wrap up. Nitty Gritty.
Brand activations, business openings, recently engaged or any new life event that deserves a celebration. Start planning with Penn Jones Events. Owner and principal planner Paige guarantees a fun and stress-free planning experience, managing every event aspect, including budgets, timelines, vendor negotiations, event design, and more. Penn Jones Events is a full-service wedding and event planning company based in Maryland. We curate extraordinary events tailored to you. Let's start planning today. For a free 30-minute consultation, visit ppjevents.com.
Good show, fellas. Good show.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate everybody that listens live, everybody that checks out the podcast. If you view us on YouTube, we appreciate it. Like, rate, subscribe, and do all of that good shit. We'll be back on Monday, same place, same time. Until then, stay safe and be blessed. We out.
Nation.